What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video back on NCAA 14 Riverside Royals Dynasty. We are 4-5 playing New Mexico today. They are 7-3, pretty decent team. And a quick update on recruiting. I always go over this at the end of the episode, and this is just where things are. We got some battles going on, and we've dropped out of first place on a number of players, but we're also fighting to stay in with a number of players. Getting the visit with Jason Anderson was huge because it kept us in the battle. And I don't know how long that's going to last, but for right now, it's huge. He's an athlete, and it looks like he's not really that good at 65 overall. The game thinks he's a linebacker. I don't. I think he's a quarterback, and I think he's significantly better than 65. I could be wrong, but I like him a lot. We're going to be getting a lot of these recruits, but I think we're going to be missing out on some really, really good players, unfortunately. And that obviously is very sad. Trying to get into the race on Sean Moody. We are not that far behind. There is a world where we can get him. And then Jordan Fletcher, it just probably isn't going to happen. But he was one of these weird, like, amazing recruits that no one has offered a scholarship on. But they have a much bigger bonus, and they're already in the lead. So it's going to be very, very tough to get him. Jeremy Thomas commit to Georgia State. I couldn't tell you why. And Marvin Crenshaw decided to go to Oklahoma State. Just kind of lost him at the last minute. I mean, there really was no way around it. He wanted to stay local. Whatever. The dude's a loser anyway. But New Mexico here, 7-3. They actually are not all that good. 72 overall. This is a more winnable game than I thought. All right. Ooh, this is a nighttime game, or at least, yeah, we'll call it a nighttime game. Into the evening here, minimum. Sun's going down. As Riverside, for the first time, will visit Dream Style Stadium here in New Mexico. Of course, you know, everyone from Season 1 that we played in the Mountain West, when we play them again in Season 2, it will be at the opposite place. So if we were the home team last time, we're going to be the away team this time, as we are against New Mexico. And I thought they'd be a much better team overall, just considering their record. And I actually think we've got a really good chance to win this game. We've been great of late. And that's not a bad start by Tyson Phillips, taking it 27 yards. And we're going to start with the football on the 27-yard line. The big strategy this season has been shortening games. And what I mean by that, there are new people that tune in every time, right? The strategy is run the ball, because we have to with the current team. Turn on conservative. So really try and kill the clock and limit the number of possessions that the opposing team can get. And that's worked fairly well for us. That's a face mask. Give me plus 15. It's just, if we have Andy Byers or any other good quarterback, we can be a lot more high-powered on offense because we can actually throw the ball. We can score points. We can put up, you know, a bunch of yards every week. It's not the case right now. Our quarterback is really more of a wide receiver, and we're kind of stuck. This could be a delay of game right here. Now we do get the snap off, and they played the quarterback. That's just a bad read by me. Usually make the right read, but didn't that time. Just kind of rushed everything. I didn't expect the ball to be snapped right at that second. That's okay. 2nd and 10. We'll probably run read option again, just because that's the way we usually move the football. We'll make the right read this time as Trey Battle will get 5. And 3rd and 5 is very convertible, especially when you consider this is probably 4-down territory from midfield. We could run the ball again on back-to-back downs and feel pretty good about getting the first, as they will continue to read the quarterback. And what is that block shed? I'm not sure I can go for it on 4th and 5. Ben Bertram looked like Superman on that one. And I don't want to call a timeout there. I want to go into instant replay. Jeez. Oh, we're starting off hot. But we had blocker, and suddenly he just got around. I mean, what? He morphs through to make the tackle. Can you imagine if that happened to me in a big spot in the game? And now I think we're going to have to punt. We could go for it. but it's too early in the game. I want to see what their offense is capable of. It's not a great punt, but we'll just see what happens. It's a little bit too early to force ourselves into something dumb. Not really sure how much we're going to have to fear this offense, as Tuioti will just drop back and just get it off to Andrew Erickson for the first. I thought we were probably going to get a sack there. Tuioti did a good job extending the play, getting out, to the outlet, and extending the drive. Queen in motion. It's going to be an option play, and we're going to make the tackle with Hall. Didn't look pretty, but it happened. I said Hall, like, really weird. Hall. Didn't like it. Up the middle, Hart! Can't wrap up, but Malik James is there. He had a pretty good game last week, if I remember correctly. He made a ton of tackles and even had an awesome fumble recovery. That was probably the craziest game of the series so far. ESPN Classic game ranked #1. It was amazing. If you didn't watch that game, would highly recommend checking it out. Although I hope you're watching these in chronological order like it's a season. And look at Malik James taking out the legs of Bobby Wooden. 3rd and 7. They're not really in field goal range for sure yet. And that's going to be incomplete. Tried to get back there with Kenny Bush, but that pass was overthrown. An accurate pass, and that's probably a first down. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 7. I understand not wanting to punt from this space in the field, especially if you think you can move the ball. Why not? I'll let him check down, and Tuioti's under pressure. Michael Haynes flew off the left edge. Look at that. Tuioti barely got a chance to get rid of it. And that is a really nice play by Michael Haynes. It's not going to show on the stat sheet as a sack, but a big quarterback hit forces a big incompletion and a big turnover on downs. Riverside football. Decent field positioning as well. We have good blocks up the middle. Steven Williams will take it. Bounces out to the outside. Steven Williams with a really good run, but there is a flag, and I fear this one's coming back. Clipping. There it is. Running backs open enough. Trey Battle. Nice gain of 13 or 14 on 1st and long there. We like to see that. They're going to call it 14 yards. It really wasn't because it's 2nd and 2. So I don't really get that. Was it not 1st and 15? Little read option. Steven Williams, just slide. You don't need to impress anybody. Just slide. Go down. They stayed home. This is a really disciplined New Mexico team from what I can tell so far. They're staying home on counter. They're staying home on the read option. We'll look to exploit them in other ways, but they've played well thus far. As we're going to check down and find Tyson Phillips. Doesn't have the best hands. We've seen him drop many a pass, but he is fast. He can be explosive, and that is the end of the first quarter. 0 for 1 on 3rd down. We ran read option last time. This is going to the running back no matter what. I don't care what they read. This was always going to Trey Battle because we know we can get a couple pretty much no matter what with the forward momentum of the running back. Now in those spots then, we might as well just run like, halfback base or inside zone or something. As we'll throw to Elgin Collins. An 85 catching. He drops the ball. Huge hit by the New Mexico DB. I understand. But we've seen tougher catches made than that by guys with worse catching. Looking at Michael Ham. 2nd and 10. He's going to win instantly. And he's going to drop that one. I guess this is just going to be one of those games where we drop the football. Sure seems to be. It is 3rd and 10. And we're going to check down, find Michael Ham. And Michael Ham's going to get the first. Way to redeem yourself for 12. And a fresh set of downs for the Riverside Royals. Give it to Willie Briggs. We got blocks. Look at the great block there from the guard. Another first down. 2nd and 8, read option. Just a little check down to Battle. And not really a whole lot going on. We'll bring up 3rd and 7. I don't even know if we scrambled yet with Steven Williams. That's usually a pretty big part of our offense. We might try and do that. I want Tyson Phillips on a little whip, though. And it's not really open. Steven Williams, I need you to be fast. We're just going to throw it. It was either going to be an incompletion or a lucky catch. And it is an incompletion. 4th and 7. We'll try a field goal. Pretty makeable field goal, and that one is through the uprights and good. So on the board first in what has proven to be a barn burner right now. 3-0 deep into the second quarter, as that's going to be thrown deep, and Ezekiel Sims got torched. Santos is the only one that can save a touchdown, and he will be blocked, and it's a 74-yard answer for New Mexico, as Tuioti finds Erickson, and he does the rest. Touchdown, New Mexico. That happened way too quickly. We rarely ever run triple option, because I don't want to make the wrong decision. I feel like he took away the running back and then still made the play on the QB. Ben Bertram, this guy's something else. He morphs through blocks, takes away 2 different reads at the same time. Steven Williams going to roll out, and doesn't really have too much there. This team has shut down the run very, very well. We got to find other ways to move the ball, and we're going to throw, and it's a diving Tyson Phillips for 29. Decent ball from Steven Williams, about as good as you can ask from him, right? But a diving catch made by Tyson Phillips. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. He doesn't have the best hands on the team, but because of his decent speed, he can be an electric playmaker at times. And it is 1st and 10, Riverside. Work and play action. Steven Williams is open enough that we're going to take a chance. And it's intercepted by Gray. That's usually why I switch on. It's not good. Just don't have the arm. Threw it too late, obviously, because on the screen we can't even see the outside receiver, which is pretty dumb. To run, Greg Hall. What a tackle for loss. Stewart's going to lose 4, and that's just the instincts of the true freshman linebacker taking over. He's going to end up being a really good player. All right, this is a really big 3rd down. They fake the screen. They're going to check down anyway, and they're not going to get it. Connor Kinslow loses 3. Michael Haynes with the tackle, and it should be a New Mexico punt. There will be time to score before the end of the half. We just got to figure out exactly how to do that. All right, Tyson. Oh, that's a nice little move, and a broken tackle, and another. It's a hard-fought 14-yard return. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds to get the ball down the field. I don't like that Ham is opposite hash. I know we don't have the throw power to make this throw. Okay, that might be the worst underthrown ball I've ever seen. I need to go into replay mode for this. I kind of walked up Steven Williams to try and make this an easier throw for him and step into it. So look at Michael Ham when I try to make the throw. And look at where the throw ends up. He was on a streak. Just so everyone knows, he was on a streak. And tried to come back. The farthest that Steven Williams could physically throw from the release point, which we'll call roughly the 34-yard line, was to the 50. And that might have gone to the 47, opposing 47. Just want you to do the math on that. So he makes a 20-yard throw look impossible. We'll just punt on 4th and 11. Just wanted to kill clock, waste a timeout, and that's exactly what we'll do. Good enough punt, no return. They have 14 seconds to drive, 70 yards or so, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do that. Now, they have scored very quickly before. I am well aware of that. But they're going to need to go 73 yards in 14 seconds. I mean, even with the 2 timeouts, I don't even really think that matters. I like the 1st down run there, only to call a timeout. What are you going to set up a 90-yard field goal? They're going to try a screen, just reacted too late. And that will be the end of the first half. New Mexico up 7 to Riverside's 3. We will start by kicking things off here in the 3rd quarter. As the Aggies... No, that's New Mexico State. New Mexico are the Lobos, right? Yeah, they're the Lobos. The Lobos back to return. And he's not going to be down yet. Figure that out, please. It's a run. It is. Okay, Cole is just vintage Marshawn Lynch, I guess. Looks like him, too. Yeah, the resemblance is uncanny. 2nd and 4 for the Lobos. This is going to be a run. It is. Back to vintage Marshawn Lynch. Big stiff arm as well. If they throw the ball and I'm in man coverage on the tight end, I'm in rough shape. It's going to be a pitch. Sims, you got to save a big play. I mean, he's just going to stiff arm us down the sideline. Bobby Cole is a menace. I remembered him causing us problems last year, and I'm reliving that nightmare. I'm sure he's going to be a big part of their success here in the second half. Greg Hall, huge hit. Bryson Carroll put in a medically induced coma. And that medicine is Greg Hall. It's going to be a throw. It's going to be a successful throw. And it will be 1st and goal, New Mexico, after a 17-yard grab. This is going to be a run. It is, and it is swallowed up. True freshman Craig Jackson finally getting involved this game. Big time tackle. What is this? They're throwing to the end zone, and it's nearly intercepted by a Hall. Junior Hall got hands on it. Allen Hart almost scooped it off the ground, and it will be 3rd and goal now from the 13. After New Mexico lost a couple of yards. 3rd and goal, big play. And they're just content to take the check down, and it's a touchdown. Matt Stewart, 13-yard catch. He just leaked out of the backfield, I think, and got open. A screen here might not be a good idea, but I've already called it. We're going to have a little bit of space. Michael Ham for 8. I know we're going to be able to rip one of those at some point in this series, but it's not going to be today. Well, maybe it would be, but not going to be there. Gonna throw to Ham again. That was a dumb throw. That was a brain dead throw. They usually don't pick those, but I can't throw that. He was lurking. Need to check down if I'm going to get rid of the ball quickly. 2nd interception for Steven Williams. And we just missed it with Hall. Okay. New Mexico with an opportunity to run away with this one a little bit. A touchdown here would give us a mountain to climb. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. And he is going to get a lot of yards. It's going to be 1st and goal again for New Mexico. Feels like we were just in this spot. And we got to keep him out, man. If we want to stay in this game, we got to keep him out. That's got to be a pick. I mean, Malik James, you have to catch that. My team just drop picks. It's what they do. It's what they do. It's a run up the middle. And it's a touchdown by Bobby Cole. I don't know how he did that. I thought we were in the way at least, and he just glided in. 21-3 New Mexico. 2nd and 3, Collins in motion. I want to get it to Ham. Just bricked off his hands. But throw was behind him. I get it. Should have just taken off, but I knew the run after catch potential was so high there that, you know, I'm almost forced to throw it and give him a chance. Check down to Trey Battle. I don't know. Do we really have time to run the ball and get back in this one? I don't know. I think maybe we move the ball more successfully on the ground, but they've been all over our ground game today. So I don't know if we can do that. 3rd and 9. I would really like to throw the curl. There it is. Michael Ham, good catch. Good catch. Throwing a Ham again. Just want to get that speed and space. And he made a nice move, but just got destroyed after. Made like 2 or 3 guys miss, though. Just got to get him in space, because that's a disgusting move. We're getting out and up. Not going to risk throwing it. I know we don't have it. Just dive out of bounds. 10 yards. A little out. And Michael Ham with a nice... They're going to say incomplete. I mean, I'm going to challenge that. That's worth a challenge. Where is that? Strategy. Coach's challenge. I want to take another look. I think he had a foot in. And that's all you need. Let's see. Does one come down? It does not. Okay, I thought his foot was in a completely different spot. I thought one for sure came out of bounds, but both of them did. And we're going to burn a timeout by doing that. We're already down 21-3 at the end of the third, right? Like, I don't expect us to get back in this game, but that doesn't help. 3rd and 10 after another drop from Tyson Phillips. We're going to throw his way again, and that one is batted up in the air and intercepted by Kirkendall. 3rd interception of the game for Steven Williams. It just stinks when you get down and you feel forced to throw the ball, and your quarterback he's got like 60 accuracy. Just puts us in a bad spot, I would say. That's super open. Queen has a ton of space. Yeah, it looks like it's the beginning of the end here. Or maybe the middle of the end. I think we've kind of known about this for a minute now. Offense didn't really show up. Defense certainly didn't show up. Tough to win games when that happens. Jackson gets thrown down. Santos was about to get thrown down, but he had a little bit of help. And Zaire Cruz will get credited with that tackle. 3rd and 9. Not necessarily out of this one yet. They're going trips right. Of course, got to be worried about Cole in the backfield. And they're going to roll out and throw, and that's nearly intercepted by Kenny Bush. Are they in field goal range? Are they going to go for this? What do they do here? They'll try a field goal. It's a 51-yarder. It looked shorter than 51, but this is from 51. He's not going to make this. Shanked, wide right. We're going to throw that. Come back to it, Michael Ham. We're just didn't lob the ball up territory at this point. Ooh, back when concussions were a thing. Queen is out with a concussion. A receiver on New Mexico. And we'll throw a check down to Trey Battle. I'm not sure how much it's going to matter at this point. We have to score essentially 3 touchdowns in 6.5 minutes. I just don't buy it. We're going to throw it up for him. He's got a step and he can't hold on. It's a good throw for Michael Williams, though. That's not his name. Steven Williams. Combined Michael Ham and Steven Williams. 4th and 9. Game is essentially on the line here. And we'll see what we can do. Check down, short of the line to gain. And New Mexico will take it. Over the middle. Big hit, Greg Hall. As you can see, when we're an offense that's forced to throw the ball, I mean, we're out of options. They've shut down the run the entire game, and that is the offense. We can't scramble. We can't give it to Trey Battle. We can't run read option. We can't do anything. Can't even catch a pick. Tuioti just going to drop it down and get it to Kinslow for 1. They're going to give us the ball back. I mean, they're 4 minutes, man. We're down by about 3 touchdowns. It's not a good spot to be. We're going to get sacked again here. Nope, we're going to avoid it. Longest run of the day probably for Steven Williams. He's averaging like 2 yards per carry maybe. After that, I'm having to do some estimating there. But our defense, I guess they really weren't the problem today. As throwing another pick. Tried to get it over the linebacker. That's going to be the game. I mean, I like that route. I thought it was super open. I guess I say that all the time, right? It doesn't matter. The game is already over. We needed to be able to run the ball. We couldn't run the ball, and it was game over as soon as they stopped every read option we tried. Every run. It was a disaster of a game today. Completely night and day from what happened last week. That's just a terrible route to the ball. Listen, it was a New Mexico beatdown today. 21-3. You know, I'm almost tempted to make this a doubleheader. Let's do that. Leading into the offseason. It's a pretty good idea. 21-3. Yeah, we got pummeled. We got pummeled. I mean, to be fair, our defense actually didn't do anything either, except for allow a ton of yards. Just all in all, a bad game. Like, allowed a lot through the air. We got killed on the ground. It was tough. It was tough. Steven Williams had a tough day. 4 picks. I think that's the most I've thrown in the series, but it didn't really matter. Like, how many of those were once the game had already been decided pretty much? We couldn't run the ball at all. Devastating. Trey Battle, our most efficient receiver, or effective through the air. Tyson Phillips, most efficient, if you want to say that. Greg Hall, 3 tackles for loss. Don't think we had a sack, and we definitely did not have an interception. Yes, just a tough game overall. All right, final week of the year is hosting UNLV. I mean, we just got smashed. Kind of is what it is. That happens sometimes. We do have some recruits ready to visit, though. And some really good ones. So let's just go ahead and schedule all these guys. We're so close to getting our Coach XP up another level, which I think is about to be really, really important. All right, ready for visit. 10. Let's see. We're hosting here. Who are the big ones? Reggie Gonzalez. I mean, we need to get him this week. Can we not? Can we not schedule for this week? We're screwed then. Plus 300, it's not going to be enough to get him. Like, we need some game bonuses for some of these guys. Jamal Grant, it's got to be off-season. These guys are all going to be off-season pretty much. Like, I guess we'll do Phil Triplett against UNLV. What is Phil Triplett? Hold on. He is listed as an athlete. And we need to get running back numbers with him. Okay, we can do that. Oh. Oh, okay. So if you schedule another running back visit, we get minus 50 to Phil Triplett. I guess we probably don't want to do that. But I think it's going to be worth it with the other points. So I don't care. I'm going to do it. Corey Warren, we're going to do the UNLV game as well. Bob Robb can be the bye. Jonathan Jackson will do a UNLV. Joseph Jordan. I mean, we might as well do UNLV. Ross Mitchell, might as well do UNLV. And Darren Watkins, we're not going to do anything with the DB, so we're going to do this for the bye. And as you can see, visit scheduled. There are a lot of players in here. We have a couple running backs coming to visit. We have Corey Warren. We have... Well, I wish I could get these guys off of here. We have Corey Warren. This is a receiver. This is a receiver. We're not going to pass for 250. It's just not going to happen. That'd be great, but we're not going to do it. It's a bye week visit. Will Baker's a bye week. Halfback. And Phil Triplett is halfback. So we really need to go off with a halfback this week. But we are in a really good spot overall. We just got to do what we know we can do. Larry McGuire, you know what? Do we offer him a scholarship? All right, I'm going to offer it to James Lee. We're not going to get him. I'm sorry, Larry. You're going to be a walk-on. How good is he? He's not great. I'll tell you that. Pretty bad for a 3-star. Also, am I going to get these coordinators up at any point? That's what I'm wondering about. Oh, we're really close. We're really close. And then I don't know what I want for head coach Gene Dangus. Oh, you know what? Let's get royal treatment. That's plus 250, and that's going to enact right away. Yeah, let's do that. Plus 250 is going to be for all the guys that are visiting right now. Might as well use that, right? We have so many guys that are visiting. The extra points could be very huge. It will take on UNLV. They're better than New Mexico, but they're also 2-9 in the final game of the year. We have a lot more visiting prospects than just this. But the big goal, rush for over 100 yards with running backs. And I think we can do that. We're going blackout. Final game of the year. We got to shut down the Rebels. Having the Rebels in all whites, by the way, ugh. Bad coincidence. Live at Royal Field. We got to defend the crown. And of course, same strategy as usual. Didn't work last game because we didn't score. Got a field goal. But Trey Battle's getting the football a lot. And it might be less read option than usual and more just like inside zone, halfback base, that type of thing, which is inside zone. Now, motion fullback belly could work really well as well because the fullback, Willie Briggs, is a running back. And yards with him are going to count, I would imagine. I will say, though, these UNLV jerseys are clean, as they're going to swarm Trey Battle. Man, it's going to be tougher than I probably expected to get the yardage here. They play way too well on pitches and stretches and things like that. And I want to run read option, but they're going to play the quarterback like never, leaving Trey Battle with limited opportunities. So this play is going to be our best bet. Just taking it right up the gut. And the next episode will be the off-season episode, so I would highly recommend you guys watch that. A lot of stuff happens with the recruits. I mean, of course, I guess you can find out who we got in week 1, but I probably won't be spending a ton of time on it like I will in the off-season episode. So again, I would highly recommend watching that, which is, I mean, usually it's an episode, at least in Lions franchise, that generates a lot of intrigue, as Steven Williams will keep. We got to go with the quarterback sometimes, and we're going to be short. It's going to Willie Briggs. Battle in motion. They tried to shoot it, but Willie Briggs has it easily, and there is a flag. I need that to be a face mask at the end and not holding. Face mask. Thank you so much. Now, I really didn't set the scene for this very much at all, just because I didn't really expect to do a doubleheader, but this is the final game for Steven Williams at Riverside. This is the final game for Trey Battle. Dex Randolph will be gone after this. Starting right guard, Cameron Foster will be gone. We do have a good replacement in there, though. Ryan Haynes, one of our highest rated players, is leaving. JD Glover, who doesn't really see the field much, but he did in season 1, will be gone. Carlos Oakley is leaving. Justin Santos is leaving. Junior Hall is leaving. Leaving where, you ask? Not the NFL draft. Many of you, Brett Claxton, remember how much he had to play in season 1? Good Lord. But many of you have been asking, oh, put these guys in Lions franchise. These are not draftable players. They're not even close. These are guys that go get desk jobs after playing college football. There is no path to more playtime for these guys in the NFL. Zaire Cruz, final game for him. Collins in motion. Trey Battle stopped short. It's your final game of college football, Trey. Probably final game of any football. This is the last time you're going to be lacing up the cleats. Go out, put on a show, show them what you got. 3 yards. That's about right, honestly. I need something here, Willie. That safety's coming up. He's going to be out of position. He is in the perfect position. Ah, gosh. They want us to go for it. Are we not in field goal range? I guess not. Okay, 4th and 6. I mean, can we throw it? We're going to. Incomplete. Wanted to scramble. They took that away pretty easily. You know what might not be the worst idea? Is this big brain? Make Willie Briggs RB1, Denario Watson RB2, and make Trey Battle QB1. There he is, 40 overall. He throws the ball probably exactly as well as Steven Williams, to be honest. Start of the second quarter. It's been a weird game so far. It's been a weird episode so far. Just got to try and make some plays. Winning the game would be big, as Oblad gonna run and gonna lose 5. Who is that? JD Glover in his final game. Don't see him make a lot of plays, but that is a big one and a good way to go out if this is the final time he ever plays football again, which it will be. To screen. Get out there, Greg. Zaire Cruz makes a big tackle. The senior in his final game with a big-time play. Oh, that's right. With Trey Battle, he's not a quarterback. You cannot call hot routes. Let's just try to follow the blocks on the run. There's Trey Battle, the quarterback. 18-yard pickup. That's a slip screen where we just didn't throw the ball. Now, I'm interested to see who they're going to follow here. They're going to follow the running back, and Trey Battle will have blockers. And Michael Ham picks up a big one on the back end. Trey Battle fighting for extra yards. And that was the move. Putting him at quarterback. Honestly, we should have done this a long time ago. I never thought of it. But Steven Williams, like, he can't throw the ball. If we're going to be run only pretty much. As I keep just calling pass plays. This is a big time strategy. Battle up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's got 13, and we are over 100. Battle with 91 of them. Trey Battle back in at QB. We do need a pass for 250. How bad is he going to be at throwing? He's so fast. Look, this is speed. This is what 86 speed looks like out of the backfield. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that. He's so much faster. Trey Battle, touchdown. Like, Steven Williams maybe gets sacked there. Trey Battle gets a touchdown. We're up 7-zip. That's got to be a pick. Ezekiel Sims will go all the way. Pick 6, Ezekiel Sims. And that could be a huge difference maker in this football game. We're going to go up 14-0 with maybe the only defensive touchdown of the series. Is that true? Ezekiel Sims the big time play either way. And we have a 2-touchdown cushion. Oblad gonna run. Oakley can't wrap up. Sims can't wrap up. Greg Hall comes to finish the job. Had to go a long way to make that happen. Come on, seniors, make some plays. Make some plays. It'll be the last time you have an opportunity to. Greg Hall comes over and just gets the job done. Zaire Cruz can't tackle right now. By the way, he was our best tackler in season 1 by a mile, in my opinion. But we have better players now. Big time play by Greg Hall. 2nd and 13 for UNLV. Bean comes in motion left to right across formation. And he's going to be not intercepted. Big hit Zaire Cruz as Ziel Griffin. I mean, I thought I jumped that route. Very close timing. Quick screen. Hart in space. You guys push him out of bounds. That's fine. Tyleek. What are these names? It's like they're almost correct. Like, I saw a Noel, but like not like Noel or like N-O-L or N-O-E-L. He did N-O-H-L. He's not Tyreek, he's Tyleek. They're like almost names I know. As Kenyon Oblad takes a big shot. But there are more though. Like, well, first of all, Magyar. That's not a name that exists. I mean, it is. But what is Magyar? Magyar sounds like you're playing like the Assassin's Creed Vikings video game and he's like your trusty sidekick. Because that's a throwaway on 3rd and 1 when you set up for a screen. It's bizarre. And they're going to go for the field goal. 4th and 1 from about the 15. Down 14-0. You opt for a field goal instead of trying to go for it. That's weird to me. 1st and 10. We're going to run with Battle. Actually, we're not. We're going to throw it away is what we're going to call that. I'm curious if he can throw the ball, like, at all. I don't think so. But, I mean, I guess we'll find out. He can't throw at all. Okay, now we know. Not even a little bit. Trey Battle is what people think Lamar Jackson is. We're going to run. Battle breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and Trey Battle's still going! Trey Battle fumbled! It's recovered by Ham! But with 2 M's, not even Michael Ham, it's recovered by their Ham. Trey Battle just trying to do too much. He turned into Jesus on that run, but fumbled the ball, and Steven Williams will come back in at quarterback. We got the rushing yards this game. We did what we needed to do, and Trey Battle is the new RB1. I mean, Trey Battle at 121 yards. But now we're going to focus on trying to pass the ball successfully. We're going to lose the game doing that, but we might win a recruit. This dude last name is Lines. Interesting. That's thrown outside to Griffin. And ZL Griffin. ZL. Throwing deep. And that one's completed to Kyle Williams. And then that's like the most basic name of all time. Shortly behind John Smith. I still can't get over Magyar. Here's a run. Kenny Bush, big tackle. Had some help from Malik James as well. And they're going to credit him with the tackle. Second for loss on the game for Malik James. He is not a senior. He is a sophomore, I believe. And it's 3rd and 14. We're showing a pretty aggressive look here. And they're going to throw. And they're barely going to get it off. And that's nearly intercepted. Thrown right into the lap of Ryan Haynes, who I'm sure I've called Michael at some point. Nearly intercepted. We need that. Another field goal attempt by UNLV. This one very makeable as well. And he drills it. 14-6 now. Rolling out with Steven Williams. He feels remarkably slower. I want big time yard somehow. But it's just not going to happen. We're trying to like be a little bit weird and force, you know, guys out of position. But it's just not going to happen. All right, half number 2, UNLV will start with the football. And we'll see what the team from Las Vegas, Nevada can do. Yeah, there's Noel Williams, N-O-H-L. And it's been a weird game so far. I think we could win with Trey Battle under center at quarterback. Or maybe not under center, but at least from the gun, right? As our quarterback. But we're going to try and win and also accomplish our passing goals, which are just going to have to be big splash plays. As thankfully, Chad Magyar fell down after 19. What is that? What's going on there? It's Ezekiel Sims again! Pick 6, number 2! To the 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Ezekiel Sims. The new school record for interceptions in a game. Both going to the house. Ezekiel Sims. Where was this all season long? 21-6 Riverside. So run up the middle. Greg Hall, what a tackle. Magyar losing 5. I mean, Greg Hall met the running back at the point of the handoff pretty much. What a play. And what a season for the true freshman linebacker. He was incredible for us. So going forward, you know, you think he's only going to continue to get better. 2nd and 15, here's a run. And Neal doesn't have much. Over the middle, and Hall with the stop, and it's 4th and inches. UNLV should go for this, but will they? They won't. 4th and inches, down 21-6 from Riverside territory, and they opt to punt. That is insane. Where does that rank on the surrender index? If you're not familiar with the surrender index, Google it, let me know, because that might be the biggest pussy play. I mean, let's call it what it is, right? That might be the biggest pussy play of all time. They don't want to win. So they're not even going to try. I don't think there's a way we pass for over 250 yards. Is that the goal? I think that's the goal. I don't think there's a way. Michael Ham with a nice catch in traffic. Or through contact, at least. Now, you know what might be the way to do this? Is like screens and stuff. That's a really good throw, and that's a great catch by Trey Battle. Balling out in his final game. But screens might be the way to do this. I don't know about bubble screens per se, but it was there, so I called it. Tyson Phillips does have pretty good speed. But like slip screens and stuff, and just let Trey Battle run after the catch. That might be a better move. I mean, I guess it doesn't even have to be screens necessarily, but just design quick game to get the ball in the hands of our quote-unquote playmakers. Like that one. Okay, it's not great. All right, 3rd and 7. Free safety coming up. That's going to be wide open. Good throw. Michael Ham took a shot. See, he just doesn't have the juke move to kind of fake these guys out. Because I really thought we would have had like 40 yards if we could have made this one guy miss. And we just couldn't. I need this to be man coverage. He might have something here. Might have something. Ah, we needed a better throw. It was wide open. Getting out of the pocket makes that work. Otherwise, it probably isn't open. But it's tough to make those throws for Steven Williams. That's open enough, right? Michael Ham, what a catch. See, you know what's interesting? Let me show you. Let me show you what's interesting about Michael Ham. We know his catching isn't very good, and we've seen plenty of drops. I wonder with the way that the game works, how they rate different things. So he's got 57 catching, but he's got 79 catch in traffic. 70 spectacular catch. So, do we want to lead him into contact? Like, what matters more? Is the 57 catching just when he's wide open versus the catch in traffic where he's got to be essentially taking a hit? I don't really know how it works. As Willie Briggs makes a man miss and gets 16. I guess we could pass for 250. We're going to get like 70 yards on this drive probably. 77 right now for Steven Williams. I guess it's possible, but yeah, I don't know how those ratings work necessarily because like his catching is poor, but his catch in traffic and spectacular catch are quite good. Worst part about that is Trey Battle usually doesn't drop the football either. He's usually pretty sure-handed, but we're going to take this up the middle. Live to die another day. And it's going to be 4th and inches, actually. As Steven Williams is just a little bit short. We're going to call hurry up. I don't really care about a passing touchdown here. So we're going to call read option, and this is probably going to Trey Battle no matter what to end the third quarter. No, it's not. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Steven Williams, TD. We'll get a touchdown for Steve here in his final game. He was a hero in this franchise. Led us to some big wins. Really bad player, don't get me wrong. Really bad. Not quite as bad as Dorian Hood, but real bad. But he had his moments. As this will take us to the end of the third quarter. Riverside leads 28-6. And yeah, it's surely going to be a win. 2 pick sixes. We've never had that. We drop every pick. We've caught 2 of them today, and they both went for the big time touchdown. Pretty aggressive look. We're going to say no safety help. Just make a play. I hit the quarterback so late, it's not even funny. Well, let's take a look at it. I hit the quarterback so late. I'm not going to even try to lie to you. I arrived maybe 4 seconds too late. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Just blitzing with Justin Santos. I knew what I was doing, and then I just dove at him. Oh, I missed. He just... That's roughing the passer? Okay, listen. I thought it was well warranted. No, yeah, I mean, maybe their feet touched. Maybe right there. That's roughing the passer. I mean, that's the craziest call I've ever seen. I thought I had taken his head off. No. We touched toes. We touched tips. Hold on a second. Oblad gonna run. Let's change topics here. What a way to end the year. I'm gonna give you a 0.1% chance of UNLV getting back in this one. That's a pretty good way to make it happen. Huge hit, Justin Santos. So I'm gonna basically call this a win. Our defense, for the most part, has been suffocating. Yeah, they have 10 first downs. Who cares? What about it? What about it? We haven't allowed too many yards. Only 6 points. Obviously, have done really well off turnovers. We got to make this tackle, please. I mean, how many stiff arms can we allow? Seriously. Zion the third? Dude, I'm back on these names. It's not even Zion. It's Zion the third. I need to know his first name. Shelton. All right, that's fine. But Zion the third, that doesn't even sound real. That sounds like a periodic table element. Zion. It's like xenon and neon. I'm not really a science guy. 3rd and 1, throw into the end zone and completing it to Kyle Williams. 13-yard touchdown. And, all right, yeah, they're fighting back in the game a little bit, huh? Lobbing it up, and it's a 2-point conversion. I don't know why they switched me on to Allen Hart, but okay, they're getting back in the game a bit. It's only a 2-score game. It's wide open. Tyson Phillips make a man miss. Okay, we're not going to pass for 250. I should really just run the ball at this point. We got chew clock on. We might pass for 100, which would be cool, I guess. That's nearly intercepted. I mean, Steven Williams, please. He's wide open out of the backfield. We can't overthrow that. Play action. I mean, this has never been more open. Steven Williams, huge yardage. We're just going to take the slide. And yeah, we're pretty much going to eat up the rest of this 4th quarter, I would hope. 250 passing yards just ain't happening. Just ain't happening. All of those throws would be so much better with a right-handed quarterback. Like, how did I get this lefty? Oh, that's right, because he's a freaking receiver. 4th and 1. Trying to extend the game here. Well, extend our offensive drive to end the game. And we will. Steven Williams with a little scramble. 2nd and 22. Good run for Trey Battle. He's still going, gets 13. Trey Battle is fighting, man. 134 on the ground today. What a game from him. Maybe his best game ever, yards-wise. And his total yards are actually quite good as well. As we'll take this with Steven Williams. Just dive forward. Let's get a Trey Battle touchdown to end his career. I mean, it just wasn't open. Steven Williams shakes off a would-be tackler and gets into the end zone for what surely we can call the dagger. 35-14, Riverside penning an extra point. Only 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play. No 2-minute warning in college. 3 timeouts for the Rebels. It just ain't gonna happen. It's over. Lobbing it up deep. Allen Hart gets the interception. We're catching everything today. Even Allen Hart gets one. I've never seen a guy drop more interceptions than he. And finally, he gets an interception. Maybe I just timed it better. I haven't messed with the slider since you guys last saw it, like the end of season 1 maybe. But, I mean, some of these games play so differently. I just threw a pick 6. All right, really need to pay better attention on that one. We gotta get more fans up in here, man. Oh, this is game number 5, by the way. This is win number 5, I mean. We're gonna hit our season target of 5 wins. As Griffin gets a garbage time TD. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna try an onside. But it's over. I mean, they're gonna end up with more points than they probably deserved. I mean, they could have ended up with 6 probably if I played the game a little bit differently. But, you know, once we knew the game was over, kind of doesn't matter. It's not technically over, but they would need an absolute miracle to get back in this game, and we're not going to allow it to happen. They need a stop right here. They need a stop. And then they need an onside kick. And the stop, by the way, before we get a first down. First down ends the game. It's just it's a major uphill battle, as Trey Battle will get it. And we are officially over 2,000 rushing yards in a season. It's wide open. And it was a Tyson Phillips first down, and he ran back because the pass was short. Well, if you think we're punting, yeah, you're out of your mind. First down ends the game. That's what we're going for. 4th and 1. Check down to Trey Battle. And he got the first. Yeah, he did. Read option. Quarterback keeper. Steven Williams gets 7. And that is the game. That is the end of season 2. As Riverside has beaten 7-3 UNLV. Tough way for their season to end. If they don't have any more games after this, which they shouldn't. an awesome way for our season to end. We hit our win target for the first time in the series here in Season 2, so it didn't take too long. And keep in mind, this was a community college team. But what a finish to a productive season. Steven Williams over 100 yards passing and that brain-dead pick at the end. Trey Battle ends on a high note for his career. 139 yards rushing and a touchdown, playing some QB. Steven Williams, 2 touchdowns on the ground in his final game. Not really too many seniors other than those 2 on offense. And then defensively, I mean, it's going to be Greg Hall all day, Malik James. But Zaire Cruz, final game for him, he's done. Justin Santos, we're going to say goodbye to. Junior Hall, Ryan Haynes. You know, these guys played a big part. J.D. Glover with the sack. Good performance for him. Yeah, these guys played a big part in this franchise, or in this dynasty so far. Ezekiel Sims with 2 pick-sixes, I'll never understand. I don't know why they started catching interceptions today, but Ezekiel Sims is going to make the thumbnail. I mean, but it's Trey Battle's final game. Trey Battle's making the thumbnail. You've already seen it if you've clicked on this video. But a very fun end to Season 2. And I think we'll take it up all the way into the offseason, I want to say, right? Coach Dengus, we already know, is level 9. We've already used that. We have the bye week with the conference championship. You know what? I think we're going to show that in the offseason episode. So, I will check out recruiting before we end this episode, and the next season is right on the way. The next episode will be the off-season episode, and we should have gotten those bonus goals, right? I guess it doesn't register until the next week. Is that how this works? But either way, that is the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Off-season episode inbound. I'm excited. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud.